Welcome to Spelling Bee Ninja, your go-to source for engaging educational content. If you're looking to boost your critical thinking skills, you're in the right place. Make sure to subscribe for insightful lessons that help unlock your mind's potential. Together, we can navigate the fascinating world of knowledge. Today, we're diving into the art of comparing and contrasting. This essential skill isn't just for the classroom, it's a fundamental way to understand everything around us. When we compare, we look for similarities. For example, when comparing two fruits, say an apple and an orange, we might note that both are fruits, both have seeds, and both grow on trees. But then, when we contrast them, we can point out their differences. Apples can be red or green, while oranges are typically orange. The texture varies too, with an orange being much more bumpy and thick-skinned than a smooth-skinned apple. To put it simply, by comparing and contrasting, we can organize our thoughts, draw conclusions, and make welcome decisions. Did you know that children start developing the ability to compare and contrast as young as 2 or 3? This skill is vital, as it underpins how many scientific classifications are made today, from biology to physics and even psychology. Let's now explore Venn diagrams, a fantastic tool for visualizing comparisons. Invented by John Venn in 1880, Venn diagrams consist of overlapping circles. The areas that overlap represent shared traits, while the parts that don't overlap showcase unique characteristics. Picture a Venn diagram comparing cats and dogs. The overlapping area might include points like both are pets or both have 4 legs. The sections exclusive to cats could list traits such as independent and purrs, whereas the unique characteristics of dogs might include barks and loyalty. Venn diagrams aren't limited to education, they're widely used in mathematics, computer science, and even logic. They can help you write a comparative essay or make complex decisions clearer. To make effective comparisons, we need criteria, specific features or characteristics by which we evaluate the items being compared. For example, if you're checking out 2 cars, you might look at price, safety, and fuel efficiency. When comparing historical figures, leadership style and societal impact could form your criteria. Did you know that ancient philosopher Aristotle laid the groundwork for systematic comparison by categorizing various aspects of existence? He defined 10 categories, ranging from substance to quantity. This framework continues to influence how we evaluate objects and concepts. Just as this method of classification keeps us unbiased, it ensures our comparisons remain insightful. Now, let's dive into comparative analysis, which is a step further than making surface-level comparisons. It involves interpreting what these similarities and differences mean. Once we understand what we're comparing, we must ask ourselves, why do these similarities exist, and what can we learn from these differences? For example, comparing democracies with authoritarian regimes shows us not just their structures but also the level of citizen participation and their broader implications on society. Charles Darwin famously employed comparative analysis in his groundbreaking theory of evolution. He compared species found on different islands and identified common traits suggesting a shared ancestry while also noting differences that indicated adaptation to their environments. Such systematic comparisons are critical not just in science but also in literary analysis, helping us understand different themes and styles across various works. Comparisons, however, can go awry if not used correctly. An example of this is a false comparison, which occurs when 2 dissimilar things are aligned, leading to misleading conclusions. For instance, comparing the actions of a democratic nation with those of a terrorist organization leads to confusion. Their motivations, legitimacy, and intent vary immensely, suggesting that they cannot truly be equated. False comparisons often appear in advertising or political discussions, where the surface similarities are highlighted while deeper, more significant differences are ignored. Learning to identify these pitfalls is crucial to developing critical thinking skills. Let's not overlook analogical comparisons, which draw parallels between different contexts, positing that patterns found in one area might apply to another. An example would be considering the structure of an atom akin to a solar system, where the nucleus plays the role of the sun, while electrons act like orbiting planets. Many scientific advancements stemmed from analogical reasoning. For instance, the chemist Auguste Kekulé visualized the structure of benzene while dreaming of a snake biting its own tail, an image resembling a ring. The Wright brothers observed bird flight to inform their airplane designs. They demonstrate how analogies enrich our understanding and spark creativity. When organizing comparisons for writing or presentations, two main methods arise: point-by-point and subject-by-subject comparison. The point-by-point method alternates between both subjects based on identified criteria. For instance, when considering two presidents, you would compare each leader's economic policy, then foreign policy, alternating back and forth. However, the subject-by-subject method might discuss all aspects of one subject first, followed by the other. Interestingly, the point-by-point approach proves effective for shorter essays, providing immediate comparisons, while the subject-by-subject technique suits lengthier analyses better. Choosing the right method can significantly influence clarity and comprehension in your work. It's fascinating how comparison applies to the scientific realm too. Science hinges on comparing and contrasting to classify and sort data. Carl Linnaeus, the father of biological classification, categorized living organisms into hierarchies based on shared traits. His work involved meticulous comparisons regarding physical features and habitats, often determining whether organisms belonged to the same species. Linnaeus classified humans as Homo sapiens based on shared anatomical characteristics with other primates. Today, modern science continues this spirit of comparative analysis through techniques like comparative genomics, analyzing DNA sequences across species. Without our ability to compare and contrast, organizing information and identifying patterns would be nearly impossible. In our everyday lives, we're constantly engaged in informal comparisons. Every time you shop, you're weighing price against quality and value. The same goes for deciding on a college or job, you're balancing various opportunities and benefits. Even seemingly irrational decisions are often rooted in hidden comparisons. Nobel Prize-winning psychologist Daniel Kahneman explored this in his research, revealing that we assess options based on their relative values rather than their absolute worth. This concept, called framing, affects how we perceive choices. For example, a 10% discount appears more appealing on a lower-priced item than on a higher-priced one, although the financial savings may be identical. Understanding how we frame our comparisons ensures our decision-making process is more informed. Lastly, mastering the skill of comparing and contrasting enhances your ability to learn, think critically, and communicate effectively. This skill transforms how you evaluate information and express your ideas. It's a great practice to start with familiar topics. Compare and contrast two movies, books, or even cities you know well. Visualizing these comparisons using Venn diagrams can help make your thoughts clearer. Set clear criteria for your analysis and reflect on its significance. Interestingly, the Socratic method, developed by the ancient philosopher Socrates, involved comparing beliefs with alternative viewpoints to reveal contradictions. His techniques have influenced modern education and analysis fields significantly. Remember, whether it's in law, medicine, or business, comparative analysis plays a vital role in achieving success in virtually every domain. In today's episode, we explored the significance of comparing and contrasting as a critical thinking skill. We learned about tools like Venn diagrams, the importance of establishing criteria, and the difference between surface-level comparisons and deeper analysis. We discussed false comparisons and the value of analogies in understanding complex concepts and how these principles apply not only in academics but also in everyday decision-making. Finally, we emphasized that mastering the art of comparison enriches our ability to learn, think, and communicate effectively, guiding us towards becoming more informed individuals. Thank you for joining us on this insightful journey into the world of comparison and contrast. Remember, these skills are not just for school, they play a crucial role in everyday life. Be sure to subscribe to Spelling Bee Ninja for more engaging lessons that empower you to think better and learn more. Until next time, keep questioning, comparing, and discovering.